Thank you very much. The Vice Chancellor, the CEO of Students' Loans Authority, honorable members present, the Reverend, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. First, let me take this opportunity to thank the Vice Chancellor for physically being present at this occasion. I've visited quite a number of universities. We meet the school authorities at their board meetings. And this exceptional Vice Chancellor has taken time to be physically present. Thank you. I also take opportunity to thank the LSRC for organizing this program and also inviting me to speak on entrepreneurship. Today's work, I think, has been easy for me because the first speaker, the Reverend, when he delivered his address or speech, I asked myself, if we have this person on this campus, why then invite Agyapong? But I also thought that, look, variety is also important. Probably you wanted to hear and get new ideas also from me. But indeed, Reverend, thank you very much. You've tackled the topic very well. You know, when he was speaking, narrating his story about his humble beginnings, it reminded me of my humble beginning as well. A young boy, a village boy from Asendomto, sat the common entrance 3 times. Why 3 times? In the village, people were scared, or students were scared, even to choose the so-called famous schools. So the first common entrance, when I was in Form 2, I passed, and I was supposed to go to Dunkwa. My father was a teacher in Kumasi. When he heard Dunkwa, Honorable, forgive me, that's where he's from. My father said no. The second time, Form 3, I chose Asenmanso. When I passed, he came back and said, no, you cannot go to Asenmanso. I didn't understand. Then when I was in Form 4, he came all the way from Kumasi to fill the common entrance forms. And there were 3 choices: first choice, second choice, third choice. And he wrote first choice at the Southern College, second choice at the Southern College, third choice at the Southern College. So a village boy, I didn't understand why my father was insisting on the Southern College. So I finally got admission to Southern College. And when I went there, the first day, I took my trunk and chop box. I took a taxi from Cape Coast, because that time from Asim-Fosu to Cape Coast today, because of the road, the nature of the road, it takes you about 45 minutes. That time, a champion's time, 45 minutes, that time was 4 hours. The road was so bad, it was so dusty. When I got to Southern College, and I was taking my trunk and chop box from the taxi, a senior saw me and called me, "Hey, come here." I went, then he asked me, "What is your name?" I said, "Kwame Agyapong." "Where are you from?" No, I was fortunate not to have mentioned Asim-Fosu. I said, Asim-Fosu. Why I'm fortunate is that even Asim-Fosu, he didn't know where Asim-Fosu was. So he asked me, "Where is Asim-Fosu?" You know, I only had to give description. And when he saw my face, my hair, the black hair was brown because of the road. He looked at me and said, "You are what? Kwame Agyapong, a fumo, a fumo." In the class, you know, we had students from Radiant Way Association, Morning Star, all kinds of international schools in Accra and Kumasi. And that village boy, I was tall, so I was behind. Any new master who comes to the class will ask everybody to introduce himself. And when it gets to me, all these young guys will turn around. When I mention my name, Kwame Agyapong, Anu Blofu Cheme. They were teasing us, those of us from the rural areas. But with hard work, here we are today. So I see myself in revenue. And I got opportunity to come to Accra, because fortunately my father and my mother divorced. I say fortunately, because if they had not divorced, I would have been at a syndrome today. But you know, my mother came to Accra, married a new man, and I had the opportunity to come to Accra. And what my mother was doing was trading. She was trading just here. It's not too far from here, Okanshi. And what I normally do after school, I was in Form 3 when I came to Accra. I would select some of the items that my mother was selling in a box. And I can walk from Okanshi to Kokomlemle, Challenge Bookshop, that's where we live. I can walk from Okanshi to Bubuashi, hawking on the street. Yes, pick a chocolate, that announce that yes, raw. Yes, pick a chocolate, that announce that yes, raw. Those were the items on the board. So when I see my beautiful lady here, I'll approach her, say, yes, pick it. I remember one night, We come home around 5 to eat. Then we go back 6:30 because Kokomlemle, Adabraka, and Circle, there were so many hotels. And I remember one of them, Princeway Hotel. One night we went to Princeway Hotel, and you know, those days they had blue lights. Yeah, disco lights. And there was a lady, there was a guy chatting some ladies, and we went there. Yes, pick a chocolate. So she got annoying and reported to the owner. I stepped out. My stepbrother was not fortunate. He's called Opon. Now he's a reverend minister. And they actually beat the hell out of him. Yeah, because, you know, when I'm only in John, he's spoiling somebody's connection. So we went through all this. After Form 5, I went to Winnipeg Secondary School from Asado College. When I was in 6th form, I was selling Peugeot parts. I'll go to Nigeria, bring Peugeot parts by road. We come all the way to Badagry to Lomi, Dawomi, then Lomi, Aflao, and Accra. And the spare parts dealers were around Adabraka here, behind Nigeria Airways. That's where I had my customers. And I go and do business. Until I went to Germany. In Germany, I was washing plates. I managed to go to America and started working at the bakery, Zaro Bakery. I graduated to get another job, gas station, the filling stations we have here. So I have 2 jobs, Zaro Bakery and the Gasiteria gas station. We continued. Then I bought my first taxi. I became a taxi driver. And within 7 months, I had 8 taxis. People were driving for me. Because every day, those days, I was saving $100 a day. So 30 days, whether Monday to Sunday, no day, I don't break. I save $100 a day. $3,000 a month. Then I'll go to auction and buy a taxi, Chevy Caprice or Chevy Impala. And in America, if you are driving those days, if you are not careful, you'll be shot easily. So they normally put a bulletproof as a partition between the driver and the passenger. So I'll buy this from Camden Town in New Jersey and do the insurance, the partition. Then I'll give the car to the driver. The driver pays $40 a day. And 7 days, I don't want no stories. If you are coming to give me story, it means the car has broken down and it needs to be fixed. If you don't tell me this, no excuse. $280 a week. You know, so with 7 taxis, including mine, which was 8, I bought my first house for my mother at East Legon. At that time, I gave the money to Azuma Nelson and his manager, Mr. Assam. That time, they had thrown out my stepfather and my mother from their residence, where Jubilee House is. It was WO's quarters. And they moved them. So when I heard of it, I had saved $16,000. So I gave it to Azuma Nelson and his manager to come and make a deposit. And Mr. Assad did very well. He actually went around with my parents to look for a house for them. and the cost was $24,000 in 1988. So when he called me and said, we'll have a place for your mother, I sent the 8,000 as well. So my first house in Ghana here was 1987. I was 27 years.
Wow.
So I'm sharing this with you to give you encouragement that sky is the limit. And whatever you dream of and take action with it, trust me, one day you'll be somebody. Every individual here can be an entrepreneur. Nobody is born entrepreneur. It's never true. But it is an individual's vision, individual's ambition, individual's dream that will make you become an entrepreneur. So what should be your dream and your strategy? I give you 4 and 5. 5 areas. And I've given it acronym called GOSPEL. G stands for goals. O stands for objective. S stands for strategy. P stands for planning. And A stands for activity. This should be a dream for any of the students here who wants to become an entrepreneur. You need, if you want to be an entrepreneur or entrepreneur, you should have certain qualities. And there are 7 qualities, which are 1, vision. 2, courage. 3, integrity. 4, humility. 5, foresight. 6, focus. And 7, cooperation. Let me touch on each a little bit. Who has a vision? The one who has a vision is the one who foresees the future and how it becomes to him. And I'm saying that, look, I have a vision. My vision is my dream that one day I want to own businesses. And how I'm going to get these businesses done. I have to look into the future. I have to look for opportunities. Areas that are empty or you have vacuums. You fill those vacuums with your dreams. When we are able to do that and say that I was born and bred from a poor home, but I always made sure I turned around my negatives to be blessing. My negatives in life always gave me a challenge. When I fall, I say that I'm not going to fall again, and I'll rise up. This is how you have to psych your mind. The vision will come with a lot of challenges, but you need to be courageous. That's the second point. Courageous. Who are those people who have the courage? The ones who have the courage are the ones who are ready to take risk. Risk. The future belongs to those who are ready to take risk. The future does not belong to those security seekers. Who are those who can take risk? I can see this room because I smell money all the time. I smell money all the time. And therefore, wherever I go, I look at the environment, the atmosphere, and say to myself, like Reverend said, the vacuum, and I fill the vacuum. You might not know your profit today, but you take advantage of the situation and invest in it. You are better off than the one who always have money and go and put it in treasury bills. They are security seekers because they don't want to lose their money. They want a bank to manage what they have for them at an interest so that they'll be safe. Trust me. They will do well by taking care of their daily needs, but they cannot go up there because they are afraid to take risk. So those who take risk are going to be the entrepreneurs and will invite managers. There's difference between an entrepreneur and a manager. The manager is the one who puts management together to run the business. An entrepreneur is the one who has the creative mind and vision and courage to establish the business with all the risk involved. If you want to succeed, young men and women present here, it's not rocket science. You have to be honest in your dealings with people. If you are not honest, I took over a company and the new suppliers wanted to see the owner of the new company. They came to me. Before they got here, they have done a research about me, who I am and everything before they got here. After inspection and the meeting, we decided to go to lunch. And when we went to lunch, the lady asked me a question. Can you do me a favor? So, why not? Go ahead. And she said, a guy has duped her $70,000 and she's about to lose her job in Belgium because she trusted this young man in Ghana here and gave the raw materials to him on credit. After receiving it, he's giving excuses to him and to her that she has not received those things. Meanwhile, they checked the bill of lading and those items have been cleared. What the young man refused to know is that it's a small world. They are all in petrochemical industries. So if you deceive one, the information goes to the second, the third, the fourth, and you are blocked. The moment you mention your company's name, they blacklisted you. 3 days ago, let me tell you, my son called me from Zanzibar or Tanzania and said, Daddy, you know what? You always advise us with this honesty, and I didn't get it. But you know what has happened? I bought 16 ADT machines for a gentleman, cash, $7 million I paid and gave it to him. He said he has a contract at Ichirano Mines. All the numbers he gave me, The first month he couldn't pay, gave an excuse. Second, third, it got to a point he was not paying at all. So I took my machines from him. He duped somebody in Liberia. He got into problem. Now he went to Tanzania and never thought to meet my son there. In a mining conference, he has gone to deceive people, entrepreneurs to come and invest. He's the biggest mining company, in terms of hiring equipment and all those things. Unfortunately for him, Dangote's partner, his son, is my son's best friend. And they were all there. So, in the meeting, he said, oh, we have one Ghanaian miner here. I know my son was born in America. He's worse than me. He got there and saw the guy's face in presence of all the businessmen. He told them to his face, oh, don't deal with this guy. He's a criminal. He took my father's machine and he never paid. He ran away. Case closed. Now he's lost all the businesses because of dishonesty. When he was duping me, he thought we would never meet again. We didn't meet in Ghana. It was in Tanzania. And my son destroyed his business by telling the truth. Now, when my son mentioned that, oh, my father has these mining equipment, oh, then arrange for us to meet him. There and there, they Google. They have information. Because of honesty, I don't even know them, but they are prepared to work with me. So integrity is very, very important. Humility. You have to be bold and decisive, but you have to be humble when we are dealing with people. Your workers, if you don't treat them well, forget it. I believe you invited me here because of personal experience and not that I'm a philosopher or a professor or anything. So permit me to share personal experiences with you. Okay? Humility. The company that I took over, I went there to inspect. And the sad part is that Ghanaians, when they are dealing with foreigners, excuse my language, Madam William referring, the rest they are my team members. Ghanaians will tolerate nonsense from foreigners, but they will never tolerate anything a Ghanaian does. Why I'm saying that is that I visited their toilet and 335 Ghanaians working there. It was an eyesore. And right by their toilet, they have a canteen. Yes. And they bring, a lady comes out there, 12 to sell. And these workers. So when I saw it, I said, what? Is that the conditions you live in here as workers? The place is so hot. The ventilators are not working. I go into the factory, within 1 hour, I'll be sweating all over. I'll be sweating. And Ghanaians tolerated it. So I said, let's renovate the toilet, move the canteen away from here. They have a new canteen, they have a new, renovated toilet facilities. Then again, their salary. Can you imagine that today somebody works for 30 days and his salary is 547 Ghana cedis? You know, when I took over, the capacity he needed, the workforce should be 335, but he was working around 200 people because most of the people had left because of salary and the way they treat them. I went through their books and gave instructions, double the salaries for all of them. Then I enticed them with number of hours. If you do more than 8 hours, you pay extra, but don't charge them anything. Let them take it home. And production has gone up. The last time, production and revenue went up by 27% because of the way I treat them. So humility. Then foresight. You need to have a dream. That's where the gospel comes in. Everybody here should have a dream that this is the way I want my life to be. And when you do that, you'll be an exceptional person among your colleagues. Because some are just complacent. The little they get, they are happy. You need to challenge yourself. Madam is here, maybe it's the first time she'll see me, so I'm not able to speak well. Because I was from poor home, maybe I had the brains. As for economics, I'm good. At the Southern College, we're only boys. So when we come back home, we have this vacation employment. Vacation classes. I don't know if it's still there. I mean, you are higher than that. My contribution in the class at West Africa, I was attracted to the beautiful girls. But they were always disappointed when they came to my house to visit. Yeah, they were disappointed. And so they all deserted me. I've had a couple of broken hearts. But I turned it around. And one of the ladies, I told her, one day I'll be somebody. And I've challenged myself. One day I happened to meet her at the Heathrow Airport. And first class passengers, we went through first. And she was at the economy. And before the plane took off, she wanted to come to first class just to talk to me. And the flight attendants blocked her. They didn't allow her. So I saw a lot of colleagues or friends for the business class. So I can go anywhere. But even business class, you can't come to first class. So I went to business class and I was talking to friends. Then I saw somebody waving. And that was her. So I went there at the economy. And I said, oh, I wanted to come to first class, and I saw it. I said, Janet, do you read the Bible? Do you read the Bible? The story about Lazarus and the rich man. You know, he wanted just a drop of water. But Lazarus told him where we are. Big difference. And I said, you know what? I thank you because you've challenged me. She came to Ghana. I gave her a car for her family. So always turn your negatives to a blessing by working hard. If you work hard, sky will be the limit. So young men and women here, look, you have to stay focused. You have to dream big and do things big. Don't waste your time here. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Some of you, when you see Miss Aquaba, that's how I see it. With a nice shoe. Maybe you are from a poor home like mine, but you want to keep up with the Joneses because your friend is wearing an expensive clothes or bag. I'm afraid it's not going to help. Save your money and savings. Through savings, you get capital, and through capital, you invest by taking the risk. And one day, you'll be more than Kennedy Agyapong. You have to stay focused. There are economic turmoil. You think or you dream that, oh, in the next 2 years, my company should grow to this level, my profit margin should be this. But natural disaster may happen, everything will happen, and you will not hit your target. You don't give up. You just have to stay focused. You know your dream. You know why you established the business. And trust me, it will bear fruits. Then cooperation, how you organize your business. The people in there, how you delegate powers, your managers. If you treat them well, trust me, you're going to succeed. So these are qualities, 7 qualities that you need for your business to thrive. I think time is not on our side, so I may not be able to go through the 7 determinants of business success. But I'll give the pointers to you at an appropriate time. Maybe we'll have opportunity to, because I want to address some of your issues here. First one is productivity. The 7 determinants of business success. Productivity, customer satisfaction is very, very important. Innovations is also very, very important. Quality of your products. Quality of your products is also very, very important. Organizational development. Building people. In all these areas, if you put them together and do it well, you will succeed. Now let's come to campus. Look, your president says something that touched my heart. As a nation, we don't know what we want, and our priorities are wrong. Completely, our priorities are wrong, based on the statement the president made. Why do I say our priorities are wrong? Because special emphasis is not placed on technical education. Yeah, sure. I'm an employer, and I'm telling you, I have a plumber. Fine. I asked of him last week, and I said, oh, he's studying in America. You know, the way he's building his business. This plumber takes a contract for me about 5 million Ghana cedis. So 5 million Ghana cedis, minimum profit of 10% is what? Is 500,000 divided by 12. Divided by 12. And you see how much it makes a month. Meanwhile, Net 2 television or Ken City, it is only now that is going up. The director takes about 8,000, 9,000 home tax. He has master's degree in sociology, in communication. But the plumber working for me with a contract of 5 million, I know they make more than 10%, but I want to be modest. He makes 500,000 from one contract that he took from me. And the sad part, VC, is that as a city or standing here, I'm looking for engineers, mechanical and electrical. And the sad part is, we went to India to recruit engineers to come and work in Ghana. When we went, they had a discussion with me and they said, the steel plant will take 1,000 workers a day with 24 hours. 12 hours 500, 12 hours 500. They need engineers and technicians, 300 to man, yes, to man the plant. But the small factory that produce the plastics, the Indians, the expatriates are 15. And the steel plant is about 15 times bigger than the platinum. So at the meeting, I told them, I'm not going to accept it. A Ghanaian, a politician, establishing my own business, and I don't have confidence in my own people. Hell no, I won't do it. My son agreed. My cousin agreed, my wife agreed. I said no, I will not. I will not allow 300 Indians to come and control 700 Ghanaians when a Ghanaian is paying. I won't do it. And 3 against 1 plus the Indians, so about 5 against 1. But of course, I'm the one paying. So I said no. So meet us halfway. Now they are coming in. I'm getting visas for 120 engineers to come from India. And the 180 will come from Ghana here. Easy. I want you to bring some of your mechanical and electrical. I don't know how they call it. In America, they call it intention. Yeah, let them come and train. And the good ones, I may employ them. So every year, I'm sharing this with you for you to know the importance of you sitting here. Don't be discouraged. You are the money makers. The pragmatic ones will always make more money than the tourists. That's why I'm so impressed with Reverend. I mean, giving details of it. I said to myself, why should I even be here? So believe in yourself that you can do it. You are going to establish your own business one day, but you have to start from here. A beautiful lady here said you have you can come for loans and grants. See, if you are smart and you have the grant the first year, whatever money you have to save it. You have to save it. Then student loans. Sometimes, I don't want to give you bad advice. Even sometimes, the loan, you can make some money out of it and invest that somewhere. By the time you come out of college, in fact, a gentleman did not join us today, Approaches series. If you've heard of him, Approaches series. Yeah, he was in tech when he started writing those science books. And after tech, he employed his own colleague from tech to be his manager. Why? Because he had a vision and he has a creative mind. He thinks far. So be among those who have creative minds. Be among those who want to challenge themselves and say to themselves that sky is the limit. You can do it. If you look at the poor guy sitting here and standing before you, and the way you are paying attention to listen to what I'm saying, clap for yourself. So, President, I want to assure you that you've not gone wrong by choosing to be here on this campus or any of the technical institutions. You are the future of this country, if indeed we want to develop. It should be engineering, technology, IT. That is the way for Ghana to develop. So believe in yourself that you are the future of this country. Have confidence that you are also going to make it in life. Listening to all the speakers here, ask yourself, what have you learned from it? It is not anything big that you cannot do it. Because sharing our background with Exim Bank, former Exim Bank CEO, West, no money. You know, it means it's possible that one day, say to yourself, one day I'll be somebody. One day I'll be somebody. One day I'll be bigger than Kennedy. Inspire yourself. Don't give up. There will be challenges, difficulties. But strike hard when the iron is hot. And remember what I said. The future belongs to the risk takers and not security seekers. So ladies and gentlemen, the VC, I thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. We need collaboration with this all the technical schools. I think this Friday I'll be in Kumasi. And July I'll be in Kumasi again. For the July one is Apia Minka something. Use me that. Yeah. You are the future of this country. Yes. And we want to collaborate. We are the first technical institutions to invite me. I want to challenge young men and women with innovations. Whatever you develop here, if I see the future in your project, I will fully fund it. What I want you to do, in fact, when we have opportunity, you see, I see that VC is an academician. But VC, you have to smell money. You know what? Even in the church, when you go, the pastors, the bishops, they all put their problem before you, before they even allow you to go. So, when we were in the boardroom, I was expecting VC to tell me their challenges before we get here. I have some business partners in Dubai, and they always donate equipment. To some of the African institutions. From here, I'll call them and tell them that I've identified a university that needs help. When they say yes, I will personally buy the ticket for you and one of your trusted students to go and inspect the equipment. Again, TVET and COVID, Amstel, all those equipment, I can tell you, I supply them. So I know the Indians, I have them. Last week they were here to hassle me for the rest of their payments. So all those, as I speak, I have an engineer installing all those equipment in the various schools. So as for technical education, if I'm the president of this country, and this, I just live across. I'm at Moving Peak, Villa number 12. I could have crossed to this side. But protocol, they say, hey, Honorable Agyapong is on the street. So I had to, So let's have collaboration, and we'll see how best we can also promote technical institutions. So all I would say is, the organizers, I thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. I thank all of you for coming. Peace. God bless all of you. Thank you. I know it costs to organize this program. So also see, I donate 20,000. To support your program. Thank you.
Please, let's stand up. We are singing just this song for Nabakada. MC will take over. This is the song. All other gods, they are the rest of men. You are the most high God. There is none like you. All other gods, they are the rest of men.
I'll give you the chance to do this. Bring it down. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. My name is Emmanuel Kwame Apia. Otherwise, you popularly know me as.
Back. This big here. Go back. Go.